Slovakia. Slovakia. But where I left off at is when you was watching when I was watching the interview with Cooley and the Israelite. You know, Cooley was getting into he was getting some scriptures. He knew a little something, but what I was stating earlier is that when you get into these scriptures, you got to know your Hebrew and your Greek, because when you get into the Old Testament of the word Gentile, it gets into the word goy, and it basically says a nation that is not of Jewish or Jew heritage. So if you're not coming from Jacob, you're technically a Gentile, right? And those are what you call the natural Gentiles. But getting into the history, the Hellenization of the Jews, we took on the Greek customs. So like I said, you'll get it. I forgot the word of Slovakia. When you get into the New Testament and look up that word Gentile, you will see someone that was either native of that nation that took on Greek language, Greek customs, and philosophies. And that's what we were doing. So it wasn't talking about the natural Gentiles. It was talking about Jews that, like how we are now. We're Americanized. We got to have the social, you got to have birth certificate, so on and so forth. So the Israelites took on those customs of those Greek customs, the heathenistic customs, man. So it was like history that you need to know. All right. And then it's like I said, it's not a colored thing. It's you have to pray and hope that your lineage go back to your forefathers, the patriarchs of Jacob. All right, the 12 tribes. All right. And like I said, it's not a colored thing, because you have other nations that are dark, melanated, Elam for an example. But just because they're melanated does not mean they're the children of Israel. You come in all different shades and sizes. Shades and hues. Grab this one. Book of Hosea. And just to make a statement while I find this, because when you get into First Maccabees, I believe you can get the 9th chapter and then the 11th chapter, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's telling you that they made a covenant with the heathen. They sided with them. And when you get into the 11th verse of First Maccabees 1, it tells you they got a license to take on the ordinance of the heathens. So basically, that was a way for them to, do the way of, the Greeks. Just trying to get Hosea real quick. Here we go. It says, this is a book of Hosea 7 and 8. It says, Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. So like you say, you will look, and you can see this now. If you look at history, you'll see a lot of, right, today's time, you'll see a lot of Puerto Ricans that's really light-skinned. I believe Elder Apostle Ramlab, he's from the tribe of Ephraim as well. But you can see he's light. Then you got, if you look back in time, like Felix, Trinidad, the boxer, you will notice that they kind of look like they can be Judites. So, but it's coming in, like, there are different hues of brown. Like I said, when you see that pancake on the griddle, it's light on the top. But when you do flip that boy over, you're going to see that it's darker. Okay? Y'all come, but that doesn't just go for Ephraim. That goes for all Israelites. Okay? And again, when I was saying because we'll never know our nationality, so we got to do it by the Spirit, man. Jake has a spirit on him that you can identify. Like I said, one thing that we always say, man, Jake got that flavor. Jake, roughly paraphrasing, Israel is, the salt of the land, man. Oh, what was I about to grab? But, that's why we say we try the spirit by the spirit. Get the book of Titus real quick. Here we go. I think it's 6. Titus. Oops, hold on 1 second. I could have sworn. Oh, no, I think it's 9. Yeah, there we go. Salakia. And it says, this is Genesis 3 and 9. I don't know why I said 6. It says, but avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contention and strive about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain. And especially on this side, and I'm really getting into the genealogy part, because you got like your little family trees and stuff, and just doing my research on my own. And that's how fucked up Esau is, bro. When it comes to knowing your nationality, doing anything to please the Lord, he does the opposite. Lord says one word, wear one fabric. You got mixed fabric. Lord said don't do these holidays, promoting holidays. If you do want to find out your family tree or whatever, you can. You know why? Because he goes through, and this is what I found out, he goes through the mother side. But when we brought out Numbers 1 and 18, it says the pedigree of the father. But you see Esau, he's doing the mother. So, that's why we try the spirit by the spirit, man. Make sure, see, this dude got flavor, But that was my take on that, Hopefully, he can wake up, because like I said, keep it in the buck. I did like watching his podcast, but this one was like, yeah, I want to hop on this one. But nevertheless, our Lord willing, I hope this video is edifying. And again, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. And again, my honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstones, teaching this truth in sincerity, and also who rule well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. I want to close out, say Shalom.